what?
19th,
19th? What is the date? Anyway.
19th, Wednesday, March.
19th, yes sir, March 19th.
Hey, wait, that means that yesterday was the anniversary of HAH.
Oh my God!
Didn't even skip a beat.
That, you know what? Amen. Boy, we've been so busy. That's
time,
right. March 18th, 2024, Healing America's Heroes was established as a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we got our EIN number, and we became a certified nonprofit organization, and to this day we're still the same. Wow,
pretty cool.
Way to go, Robert.
So what do we got going tomorrow?
So happy birthday. So anyway, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Foxy.
No, Healing America's Heroes.
Healing America's Heroes.
2014. And what is it? 2025? We're 11 years old.
11 years old. Cool.
11 years old, and we came from Chama, New Mexico.
As an idea.
As a dream. In 2012 and 2014, we became a nonprofit, and 2025 we finally got our very own home at 250 Blackjack Pershing Road, Fort Stanton, New Mexico.
Congratulations.
All right. Right on. Happy birthday.
Oh, it only takes 10 years to become an overnight success.
It only takes 10 years to become. That's all. That's right. That's right.
So if you're out there, keep working. Tomorrow we have a program for women's veterans.
Yes, we got New Mexico. It's the New Mexico Veterans of New Mexico. Okay. New Mexico Women Veterans of New Mexico. And there are 8 ladies coming in, all from New Mexico. And should be a very interesting program. It's a 3-day program. They're coming in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we'll leave Sunday morning. And so we're excited. Thursday for supper. It's going to be a good introduction dinner and supper, and we're going to get together in the kitchen area. We've got some friends coming in, friends of friends of Healing America's Heroes, some ladies that are like to help and entertain, and they've been a great support of Healing America's Heroes. But there will be 4 ladies here tomorrow, and we'll probably be doing karaoke and card games and no telling what. These ladies like to have a lot of fun. And it loosens everybody up and gets them ready. And then Friday morning after breakfast, we will be doing the equine therapy program, the horse therapy program. All day on Friday. We're going to take a break in the afternoon probably and go take a tour of Fort Stanton, New Mexico, the museum of Fort Stanton, and then come back and finish the day with our equines. And then on Saturday, we're going to be doing arts and crafts, and we'll be inside most of the day. And then we're going to be taking a tour of Capitan and the Smoky Bear Museum.
Lincoln.
No,
not Lincoln.
No, it'd be in Capitan. Yes.
The Smoky Bear. Okay.
The Smoky Bear Museum. Yeah. So they'll learn about Smoky.
You know my favorite room in the Fort Stanton Museum?
With the saddle room, where all the saddles are at.
No, I don't know where that's at. Where's that at?
Oh, it's in there in the back where all the old saddles are. No. Yeah, I do know which it is. It's your grandma's office. There you go.
Yes. Grandma's office. It's not on the tour though.
Yeah, we sneak in there every once in a while, but they don't like it.
But so that'll be cool. The Smoky Bear in Capitan. That's always a fun one to show.
Yeah, and they can go across get some T-shirts if they want, and Anyway, there's gonna be a tour for our veterans, so there'll be kind of like a private tour just for us, especially in Capitan. And then on Friday we'll probably also There's a video there that talks about in Fort Stanton that talks about Geronimo and Faustino and all of his tribes and where they were located.
Hey, can we do a broken bit about that? The story, just get into all that?
We'll try to. Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah,
just
we'll
where we talk about that?
Yeah.
Coming up on Broken Bit Conversation.
That's right. Yeah.
Maybe. That'd be cool though, because it's really interesting, you know?
Yeah. It's, I mean, like what we know about it, you know?
Yeah.
And then ask people if they know more to come in and tell. That'd be nice to get some of these storytellers or these guys, this historians.
I like the Geronimo story, man.
Yeah.
It's a story of bravery, I think, you know?
Yeah, resilience.
It's
resilience and resistance.
In spite of overwhelming circumstances. You know what I mean? Bravery in spite of, you know what I mean? Like that's a bold move, man.
Oh man. You know, but anyway, he'll and so in that movie or that little video that they show there at Fort Stanton, they talk about Geronimo and they talk about his best friend Faustino, and Faustino was like his backup. He had his back. He was Geronimo's eyes, what they called. And so anyway, there's some petroglyphs up the canyon here, and that's where Geronimo and Faustino's are at. So we'll probably take a tour up there too, and show them around up there where the petroglyphs are at.
Show them that picture right there.
Which one?
That one on the wall.
There. How do I do that?
Take it off the wall and we'll just.
Geronimo.
Where'd you get this picture from?
This was donated to. Oh, sorry.
Check that.
Yeah, this is donated to Healing America's Heroes from a Dr. Antiveros out of El Paso, Texas.
Man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this is Geronimo.
Yeah, and you know what's so cool about that?
What?
If you'll notice that is a pencil sketch of Geronimo.
Yeah, you can see all the little markings on it. It's so cool.
Yeah, actually, Dr. Antiveros from El Paso, Texas donated that to us.
So we keep it hanging here to start conversations. There you go. What else do we got coming up? You got any more dates available for veterans?
Let's see. God, I should have brought my calendar. Then next month, the 21st through the 23rd, 24th, we have a men's event, and we will probably be getting quite a few men, veterans, and first responders coming in from the Odessa, Midland, Big Spring, Lubbock area.
Yeah, that's good news.
And you know, Robert and I were invited to give a presentation in Lubbock to a large group of veteran organizations, and we've gotten some great response from there. So we will be back in Lubbock. We got Lubbock people wanting to sign up, and also there's this organization called the Permian Basin Warriorship Program.
Yeah, Permian Basin Warriorship.
Yeah, Warriorship. Yeah, and we're working with them also to get organized to get some veterans in from the Odessa, Midland, Big Spring area. And then also, yes, sir.
Well, I'm looking on the calendar. We have a 3-day program in April on the 23rd. Do you know anything about that one?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, is that what you're talking about? Okay.
That's a men's program that we got, yes, sir.
And then we have in May, we have a 5-day program.
A 5-day program.
Is that one open to sign up?
Yes, sir. Please sign up for that.
Men or women?
We actually, that's going to be our first summer program. And if you'll notice, we've been doing short 3-day programs during the winter, and that'll be our first 5-day summer program. Okay. You know, so yeah, and that'll be we could take in both female first responders and veterans, and also males, you know, and do 2 5-day programs in May. That would really be nice to do.
Well, there's one on the 25th as well. So
yes. And we've started. I think we've got a cup 1 or 2. I can't remember.
But anyway, go on the website, sign up. There's a calendar. You'll check it out, and you can see the dates that we have available.
Yeah, and it's all summer. We've kind of tried to schedule it out through the summer, and what we want to do too, and we will soon, is have a couples retreat. A couples retreat. We've got I don't know 6 or 8 couples that are very interested in coming through our retreat. Which I guess our therapy, our couples retreat sessions are a little different because we include fly tying and fly fishing and horses. Where I don't know how many other people do that or thing. Anyway, so it should be interesting. It's fun. The one last year was very, very, very productive and very well done. So we're looking forward to working with doing a couple of couples retreats as well this summer.
Yeah, and so we're
another thing, not just off. What I want to work with, and this is something that I'll get with Debbie and maybe you, Robert, can help me. But we want to start reaching out to the first responders that were here during the fires and the floods. Mm-hmm. I've been in contact with El Paso and Las Cruces, both of those fire departments, and the high water rescue teams from El Paso were here, and also Mesilla and Las Cruces. So we're reaching out to them. Also, we want to reach out to our friends from the Arkansas, Tennessee, area when those first responders came in as well, and invite them back. That'd be a lot of fun. So that's going to take a little work, reaching out to a lot of different people, but we can do that, and I want to do that. So, yeah. That'd be fun.
Perfect. Well, there you go, man.
All those guys that did the podcast for you at the Broken Bit.
Oh yeah,
those guys. Get those by. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice to have those guys back?
Invite them back. Tell them to bring their family. They all left their family behind to come save us, man.
They were here for 14 days, but they were hard.
Yeah.
They were resilient. They were all the first responders were resilient.
So let's. While I got you here, can I throw some topics at you?
Please.
Equine therapy. So this would be, hey, what are you talking about, equine therapy?
There's a big difference between equine therapy. A lot of people think that going for a trail ride, they always ask during our program, well, are we going to be able to go for a trail ride? No, we don't do trail rides here. We have a set curriculum that we do, and we talk a lot about our issues pertaining to the military and as first responders, which is like PTSD, post-traumatic stress, sexual trauma, and just issues that we have from being who we are, and so we've got I guess the best thing is equine therapy is a structured curriculum, where a trail ride is just you're following one horse and going down the trail.
Yeah.
And there's reasons why we do this. And as far as veterans and first responders, which is all Healing America's Heroes works with, we talk about our PTSD issues. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's interesting to talk to the veteran PTSD, mm-hmm. okay, compared to the first responder PTSD. Mm-hmm. I think it was you that said that yesterday, that a first responder comes in and it's something different every day, but yet it's the same. Mm-hmm. It's the same job, but something different every day.
It's very consistent and persistent. For those guys, they're just getting. Yeah. Every day there's just a new something, That's
a new wreck, a new something. Yes, a new something right now, So yeah, it's but the different types of the PTSD, but it's still post-traumatic stress, Yeah. And it comes from what we do, or what we have done, So and here at Healing America's Heroes, we got the the area where it's very calming and soothing, you know, which
it's out
really
here
helps.
and it's beautiful, tucked away in the mountains. It's like our own, our own little piece of heaven out here.
That's it. That's pretty nice. Anyway, we look forward to a lot of I think we got 8 women coming in from New Mexico tomorrow, and it will be a fun time, you know, and then we'll just move on from there. We look forward to it. Stay tuned. Stay in touch with us. If you guys need anything, always reach out to us. Always check out our website, healingamericasheroes.org, and we'll be in touch. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to throw in the next topic. Okay, ready?
Yep.
All right, so if somebody was wanting to, there's a group, organization, business wanting to just partner up in some way, what would you tell that person or group or organization?
So, like, if there was a business in Las Cruces, okay, and this lady was a counselor, or this person was a counselor or therapist, and they wanted to do a retreat therapy program in the mountains, you know, and so what we would do is we could provide the accommodations, which would be the sleeping facilities, the conference rooms, the meeting rooms, the internet, you know, plus 3 meals a day, you know, and if they want Healing America's Heroes to include, you know, what we do for our people, we can do we can show them a little bit with the horses and stuff, you know, and the fly fishing. Yeah, that's actually, that's something that we've been trying to get off the ground. You know, and also we're also working with different individuals. We got Alpha Gamma, I think, is an organization, and it's a retired teachers organization. And
what are they doing?
And they're going to come up in June for a little 2-day retreat up here.
Really?
Yeah, and I think there's going to be about 30 retired school teachers from the Chavez County area, Roswell.
You're going to have a blast out here.
It's all put together by a lady named Cheryl Martinez out of Roswell, New Mexico.
Very
and
good.
Cheryl is a great big supporter of Healing America's Heroes.
Very good.
Yeah. And, you know, that's the kind of different things we got going, you know. So, yeah, well, I hope to be busy this summer, you know.
I think you're shaking.
We're shaking the trees, you know.
You're poking the hornet's nest, man.
You know, it's been because anticipation. You know, it's been such a long winter because of anticipation of what we got coming in the summers. You know.
Yeah.
So.
What would you say to somebody who said, "Hey, I'd like to come volunteer. I've got a little bit of time every month or every week or every so often." What would you say to anybody that wants to? Maybe they have equine skills or fishing skills, or maybe they want
maybe office skills.
Maybe they want to come volunteer.
Yeah.
What do you say to those people?
On that, it's just kind of like our veterans. You, Robert, have created a great website, and so the application is on our website, healingamericasheroes.org. When that comes up, you know, right there, first thing you'll see is applications. You click on that, and one is for veteran first responder, another for volunteer. So just fill that out, and then we have you on file, you know. And it asks a few questions like, you know, your specialties and what do you most want to work in and help with and stuff like that, you know. So we can, you know, like when we need help, we can call you in.
In a particular area.
Yeah, you know, You know, like if Roy needs help, you know, with the fly fishing. If he gets fly fishermen, you know,
say that 5 times fast.
Say that 5 times fast. If he gets 5 fly fishermen, you know, he is going to need help. You know, so you know, we'll need, you know, if you know.
Everything revolves around going to the website and either calling us or filling out an application. That's perfect. What would you say to anybody that would like to donate?
Again, go to our website, get a hold of us.
Yeah.
You know, just let us know, you know, what you got, and you know, we'll make arrangements, you know, on.
Okay.
You know, like, you know.
No, no worries, no worries.
You know, like
I'll go to the next one.
We're also getting a lot of calls. Like we got a call yesterday from the family that donated Dollar to us. Dollar is one of our better little equine therapy horses, and like that lady yesterday, she got 2 more horses that raised her grandkids that she was wondering if we needed them. You know, just so we're getting a lot of, you know, we're getting our word, our name is getting out more and more. You know, so you know, we're very appreciative that people think and remember us like that. You know.
Yeah. We've been showing so much love out here.
Oh, beautiful. Love it. Lincoln County.
All right. Can you talk about your programs, like the different the 3-day, 5-day, and did we already cover that? I think actually.
Well,
we're good.
not really. The 3-day program, you know, we touch on our two most our two basic programs, which is fly fishing, fly tying, and then horse therapy. Those are the 2 ones. So we touch a lot of that. You know, in the wintertime, we tried to include more inside programs, which was like arts and crafts and doing artwork more and stuff like that. You know, yeah. And so that was good for the 3-day program. You know, I don't know if we'll have that. If we keep the interest that we've been getting in the arts and crafts, we'll see about keeping that going as well. You know, so that'll be another little area that we got. You know, we still got what, 3 guitars? We got 3 guitars.
3 guitars.
We still got 3 guitars. We still got 4 pianos that just got tuned. You know, so you know we can. You know, if you want to play the piano or play the guitar, you know, or teach a lesson, or you know, if you want to help a veteran, just let us know. Yeah. That's the best thing I can tell you.
And to close it out, what would you say is the mission of Healing America's Heroes?
Our mission is to help every vet help themselves. That's our.
And it all revolves around that first time that they ride the horse.
And it's all around balancing your life, balancing, and you know, and then how do you handle pressure? You know,
the trail ride is almost a graduation from everything that you get into here at the, because if you do this, you develop this bond with the horse over the course of 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, that's the big. You know what? That going back to the 3-day and the 5-day, mm-hmm. That's the biggest difference too. Okay, it's like in the 3-day, you know, program, we spend 1 whole day with the horses. You know, where like in the 5-day program, we spend 5 days with the horses, and they actually get issued their own horse
for the week.
That's
fun, man.
You know, that's the biggest difference in the 3 and 5 day.
You know?
Oh yeah, and get up and they know they're going to go out there and they know they're going to, you know, work with old Boogie today, and you know.
What are some of the horses you got that are therapy?
Our horses we've gotten have been very good horses, actually. You know, we talked a while ago about old Dollar. You know, Dollar came to us. He was our first. You know, we came down from Chama with a good group of therapy horses, but they were all older horses, and they gave us many years of love, you know, to the veterans, and we've lost a few of them. So we've been blessed to be able to replace them with another good therapy horse. So you know, and a good therapy horse is really kind of hard to find, you know. So you know, we've gotten some new horses. But some of the new horses we've gotten is Hollywood. He's that big Palomino with the golden mane. He has 1 blue eye, 1 brown eye. You know, he's a retired team roping horse. Okay, and then we got Dollar. Okay, he's an old retired ranch horse. He is, and also a roping horse. Mm-hmm. And then we got Okie Dokie. He's also a retired calf roping horse. Okay, and then we got these 2 mares that came down from Albuquerque. They were donated to us by a couple from Albuquerque that had these horses for 22 years. And they've been together for 22 years. So we've got these two beautiful mares that have just come in, and they're just sweethearts.
Would you say that every horse's attitude and personality is the same, or do they have? Are they? I'm asking just because you deal with.
No, you know.
Do each one of them have their own
own person? We're just like us. We all got our own personalities, you know, and so do the horses. You know, and not every horse is a good therapy horse, and that doesn't mean they're not good horses. They just don't fit the bill as a therapy horse. You know, they might be a great trail riding horse, or a great roping horse, or a great horse on the ranch, you know, or something like that, you know. Yeah. But, you know, a good therapy horse
is... What makes a good therapy horse?
Yeah. Experience, you know, age, you know. Yeah. Anything over 15 years old has usually been around and seen just about everything. Yeah. You know, that's why we here at Healing America's Heroes like these competition horses, the roping horses, the arena horses, or these ranch horses that have been exposed to, you know, loud bangs and, you know, crowds. Bags and crowds and, you know, hoops and hollers and, you know, all of that stuff, you know. And that's, you know, those are the horses that we've known, or we've found that show the most patience, you know, and especially the ones that have been handled the most and loved the most, you know. They you know, that they're confident around humans, you know. Some horses aren't comfortable around humans, you know.
That's
so
true.
You know, so yeah, a good horse is, you know,
there's a cool video we just put out on Facebook. If you go check it out, and you can see somebody riding a horse, and it's really
you know, check that little video out. It's only about a minute. You know, and we condensed it down, but this particular lady, okay, is a retired lieutenant, okay, and she and a group of her friends came through this program, and she told us that she wanted to face her fears of riding a horse.
Oh, that's brave.
Yes, and so, you know, and then she told us her story that at 10 years old, she either got bucked off or fell off of a horse, and her foot got caught in the stirrups, so she got drugged around the arena. Oh. So now 50 years later, that happened when she was 10 years old. 50 years later, she had never ridden a horse since, and she came to the program, and she faced her fears.
Oh my gosh, she must have been terrified her entire
life. You know, but she did it because she knew that she was with other veterans.
Yeah,
you know,
helped her through.
Yeah,
and that's part of the program here.
Part of the program, and it's all camaraderie and support. You know,
man, that's cool.
You know, balance and support. You know, and she knew she had that balance, and go on there. I mean, this lady had never been on a horse in 50 years, and we had her on this horse Boogie with her eyes closed, her arms extended out. And she got off that horse with tears in her eyes.
Oh, man.
You know.
How beautiful is that?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch it on our website.
HealingAmericasHeroes.org.
That's right.